Adversaries are harvesting your encrypted data right now and are awaiting the emergence of quantum computers to gain access to it. AI is transforming how your cyber teams are doing their work, and the tools that you rely on are collapsing into platforms you don't control yet. 3 predictions for 2026 separate prepared security leaders from everyone else scrambling to catch up. Let's get into it. Prediction 1. AI-first security operations become standard, and detection engineering moves to the center of that shift. Nearly 3 out of 4 security leaders now rank it as the most important SOC skill, and most want detection as code to become routine practice. That tells us where the craft is heading. The continuous evolution of specialized AI agents changes how teams grow. We hear multiple reports of clear efficiency gains, how Gen AI helps organizations bring in more entry-level talent and ramp them up faster. That unlocks a healthier pipeline. New analysts learn through AI-assisted triage and documentation, while senior engineers focus on detection quality and automation. Detection engineering blends 3 areas: modeling attacker behavior, shaping telemetry through data engineering, and applying software discipline to that content. I've spent most of my professional experience building successful product delivery teams, and solving repeatable challenges with code is very near and dear to my heart. Adopting detection as code is a practice which I know will result in rapid increase in quality. Every analytic a short spec. The behavior it detects, the data sources, thresholds, the edge cases. Add a test framework around it and run it through CI while requiring a human review before promotion. If you take this step consistently, you'll see better signal-to-noise ratios and faster and more consistent investigation results. Also, remember to build people, not titles. For detection engineers, emphasize data fluency and test design. For analysts, emphasize investigation experience and decision clarity. Teach everyone adversary behavior and the habit of turning lessons learned into new detections. Lessons learned are moments that happen when things go bad. Remember never to point a finger to a team or a person. Rather, point it to the facts: processes, data, active or missing automations. I like to plan with a 30, 60, 90-day objective, so here's an example one. Select a pilot team and commit to standing up your code repo in the first month. Talk to your CI/CD friends and ensure that you have a well-configured automation environment. By day 60, commit to moving 3 legacy rules into tested analytics, automate the false positive tracking, and add AI-assisted summarization to case notes. By month 3, you'll be in a position to demonstrate shorter investigations and less noise in your alerting. Build on this success by training your extended team and align your training and hiring goals. This builds new process muscle while respecting the daily realities in the office of the CISO. Detection engineering earns this spotlight because it connects threat insight, data fluency, and software craft. AI enhances that work when people stay in the loop and code stays versioned. When you build this foundation, the SOC becomes faster, more efficient, and far more resilient. Prediction 2. Security and observability are converging and will eliminate tool sprawl. Tool sprawl is a natural result of the desire for agility and autonomy within teams. Each new challenge brings another solution, another dashboard, another data silo. It starts as a quick fix to a problem, but grows into overlapping systems that slow investigations and may blur visibility. Over time, most organizations recognize the need to simplify. Recent research shows that 97% now prefer unified security platforms that bring analytics, telemetry, and response together. When security and observability operate through one shared platform, data turns into context. The same telemetry that engineers would use to monitor performance becomes the foundation for threat detection, investigation, and response. This integration drives measurable performance gains. Organizations report up to 30% faster mean time to resolve across security use cases. Those improvements show up in reduced downtime, fewer missed alerts, and stronger collaboration across teams. Think how an organization looks like at the start of this path. Each redundant product carries its own process, storage, maintenance, licensing. The total cost of ownership adds up relatively quickly. Bringing them together builds operational clarity and frees up time and resources for high value work. Executives increasingly regard consolidation as a leadership prerogative, opportunity to align data, to reduce complexity, promote efficiency, and meaningfully modernize operations. This journey often begins by defining the desired outcome. Map where data overlaps, where work transfers between teams. Establish a unified data pipeline that feeds both reliability and security analytics. Use open standards to connect systems and keep case management in one place. Document every investigation consistently to start building your reusable knowledge base. Tool consolidation does create a single source of truth and does optimize organizational performance. And in the context of observability and security, it also acts as a force multiplier. Now pair that with modern AI tools, and you have created a positive feedback loop, an engine that learns, adapts, and accelerates your organization over time. A unified cybersecurity and observability platform helps teams see incidents clearly, act quickly, and really trust their data. It builds a shared context that strengthens every investigation and every response. Organizations that reach this point often describe it as a shift in culture as much as in technology. Culture where clarity replaces complexity and resilience becomes the default state. Prediction 3. The quantum threat is real today. Quantum computers advance rapidly, and the policy clock has already started. M2302 mandates quantum-resistant cryptography by 2035 for federal agencies. I will not be surprised if this date moves significantly to the left, and here's why. Harvest now, decrypt later is an active cyber attack. Adversaries capture sensitive encrypted data today and hold it until stronger quantum machines are available that can break the math that protects it. Think about customer records, health data, intellectual property, or any other sensitive data with long-term relevance. If those need confidentiality for years, they sit in the exposure window today. I treat this as an active data leak because if my data has been harvested and has not been protected with a quantum-resistant encryption, I cannot do anything retroactively to prevent its eventual decryption in the future. We should act in two distinct ways. First, stop the leak. Transition to PQC as soon as possible. Point your team at the new NIST standards for key establishment and signatures. Use the federal playbook as your guide even if you're not a federal agency. As a first step, perform an inventory of your cryptography across apps, services, certificates, devices, and prioritize systems by data sensitivity lifetime. Also, it's important to design for agility so I can rotate algorithms without redesigning your applications. I would run a pilot with my teams that implement the full encryption key lifecycle through creation, distribution, rotation, and revocation. Second, plan mitigation for the day when harvested data becomes decrypted in 5 or 6 years. Industry disagrees on the exact time frame, but we hear almost every week about advancements in quantum computing. Observability here plays a significant part. When you add harvest now, decrypt later aware detections that watch for activities like bulk exfiltration, unusual creation of archives, you may be able to raise additional awareness. For the highest value datasets, a good idea would be to draft a contingency plan that assumes decryption inside this time frame and prepares the legal, customer, and regulatory communications. To sum this one up, transition to post-quantum cryptography where you can today. Treat harvest now, decrypt later as an active data leak and mitigate it accordingly. When teams take these steps, they protect the mission now and keep options open as technology matures. So, AI-first operations are redefining security teams. Unified platforms are addressing tool sprawl, and the transition to quantum-safe encryption is becoming an urgent practice. The question isn't whether these shifts will happen, they are already underway. The real question is whether your organization would lead this transition or react to it. Let me know in the comments which prediction you're tackling first. See you in the next one.